The ultimate TV show is the Vinnie Jones Show. Grab yourself a beer and have a look at this lot.
When a team is relegated, Blackburn or Preston, they bury a coffin in the cellar and they carry it out again if they go up, and they carry it through the streets and in a procession.
Well, what I said before, we need money, Jim, and I don't need a lot of money, but we just need to compete with clubs for certain things and certain players.
Do you ever wish you got a contract for Brill Cream?
Yeah, you do. But,
Me and Rodney had a good understanding on the field because, because we did grow up together and we knew how each other played.
Obviously, they're all pissheads and we can't keep going for 90 minutes.
We had a couple of chances, some bastards.
What's going wrong here?
Hi, welcome. Tonight we're in the northwest and I'm with Preston and Blackburn fans, and I believe there are some really strange football traditions in this part of the world.
There's one in particular in a town called Bamber Bridge between Blackburn and Preston, where when a team is relegated, Blackburn or Preston, they bury a coffin in the cellar and they carry it out again if they go up, and they carry it through the streets and in a procession.
And how long's this been going on for? Do you know?
oh, it's longer than I can remember anyway,
Yeah.
Before my lifetime, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is years,
And so the coffin's up at the moment because you got promoted?
Yeah, it came up a couple of years ago, yeah. Might be going back down soon by lots of things there.
No.
Don't think of them, lot.
We're all right. Continue with us. You were the last ones to have your hands on the coffin, so you're all right.
I don't think that's one thing Blackburn have got to worry about this season. I don't see it going down. I think you guys are in a more precarious position than they are, aren't you?
Yeah.
No, carry on.
It's a good do though, innit? Get a few beers and coffin and that won't be so bad if we go down.
Have you actually witnessed this?
Oh, I've seen it twice, yeah. No, 3 times I've seen it up, down, then up again. And it's brilliant to have supporters, thousands along the streets and that, and you have, like I say, priest with cleric at front and that, walking along and then coughing up back of a, sort of van and that, and, this big procession, it's brilliant.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, right big day out in pub.
Are there any other footballing traditions in this part of the country? Because, it is a part of the country with huge tradition here and massive history. What, in Blackpool?
No, as I say traditions, I was going to say beating Burnley and Blackpool. That was
Yeah, that's probably a good tradition.
Let's go with that one.
Watching Blackpool suffer, watching Burnley suffer. Yeah. Any other things? No, I can't think of any others.
In that way, no.
No, that's one of the best traditions.
I don't think there'd be one anywhere else.
I don't think there's any other 2 football clubs in the country that can put anything.
No, anything like that.
On that scale.
No, and
the town centre's closed.
Yeah.
And it's right down. It's all official, police and everything. It's well documented. And
you guys have, of course, you've got Sir Tom's face on your seats, in your stadium, which is fantastic. Do you like that?
I think he looks good, yeah. It's one of the strange thing to be known for, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
That you're...
It's really clever. Have you seen this?
Yeah, I think it looks brilliant.
It is absolutely brilliant, isn't it? It's really well done. And the further away you get, the better it looks.
Yeah.
I think we felt a little bit uneasy at the start when it first came out. The obvious thing.
Probably said the same about the football team. But anyway, no, we didn't say that. Yes, carry on.
Well, I think some people felt a little uneasy when it first came out, in that obviously somebody's going to go and sit on Tom Finney. You know what I mean? It's just a bit sacrilegious, really, isn't it? You know what I mean? To be sitting on like Sir Tom Finney,
Yeah.
It's amazing that it actually looks like him, though, doesn't it?
It does look like him.
The thing is, the person who designed it is a graphic designer, so it is like visually pleasing.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's got the whereabouts with the composition and everything.
Well, he is an absolutely charming man, isn't he? He is Mr. Preston. He can do. I've never heard in everybody that I've spoken to, nobody has anything bad to say about him.
Could I just ask the Preston fans what was their reaction when they found out that Sir Tom was a Rovers fan?
Well, he said he enjoyed watching Blackburn Rovers in the Premiership. Let's get it straight.
Did he really say this?
He come down to Brockhall to watch the Rovers train and quite enjoyed himself, so he said in the paper last week. And I'd like to say that I find it hard to believe that it took so long for him to be recognised and knighted with a title that he's got now. And it should have been done a long while since, because he, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's one of the
He's the all-time great,
legends
isn't he? Yeah.
of Lancashire.
He's a legend, and
when I say Lancashire now, I'm not talking about Greater Manchester. I'm talking about East Lancashire.
Yeah, but he was loyal to his club. He's not like the players now that are not loyal to a club like you. We thought she were loyal to our club, and then a week before the season started, he decided to go somewhere else.
He went. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Same as.
And we have players like that. Ronnie Clayton, who was captain of England. Brian Douglas. Players, good players, would have stuck loyal to the club all their life. Who would have been worth millions now in this day and age, but obviously in them days.
Yeah, but now they don't look at it as loyalty, do they? They just,
see you today.
Newcastle's offering me that, and I'm going to go there now. And that, thank you very much.
How did you
and Alan
feel when
Shearer has actually said there's no loyalty in football, and he proved it.
Yeah, he did. He walked away.
Well, he
walked
signed
away
a contract
from us a
and
week
walked
before
away
the
from
season
the
started.
club.
Yeah.
How would you have felt though if Colin Hendry had gone?
He already has.
Colin wouldn't go.
Colin Hendry did leave Blackburn Rovers once. He went to Manchester City.
He furthered his career. He wanted to further his career
Yeah.
as well, and then he came back to a great club.
Yeah.
And he
Is
gone
Mr.
further.
Blackburn Rovers at the moment, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Cut Colin Hendry in half, and it's blue and white.
Blue and white.
All the way. All the way.
But I mean, Sir Tom was telling me today when he played for England once in Italy, an Italian club, Palermo, came in for him, and we were talking about this player loyalty thing. He was on £20 a week then, the maximum wage. I think it was £14 a week. He says he was on, and Palermo came in and they offered him £120 a week and a villa, and he went to the club chairman, who just said, you know, if you don't play for us, you don't play for anybody, and that the whole matter was dropped. I mean, just inconceivable today, isn't it? And he didn't even question it. You know, it's just completely different standards, isn't it?
That's where loyalty lies, isn't it?
Tom Finney, I think, played 76 times for England and scored 30 goals and played in every forward position. And, you know, when I see like Robbie Fowler and people asking for £50,000 a week, I mean, I just think it's awful, it's disgraceful, it really is, you know.
It's obnoxious. It's obnoxious.
They're good players, but they're not great players.
Okay, that's it for part one, but we'll be back for part two soon. Thank you.
Moss Rose for an update on the fortunes of the Football League's newest recruit, Macclesfield Town. I'll be talking to the manager, Sammy McIlroy. So Sam, here we are, 1998 already, halfway through the season, first season in league football. What would be your half-time report?
Well, I suppose satisfied, Jim, at this stage, you know, in the top 12, but really, looking back over the halfway, I think we should be higher up the league.
If you'd done a little bit away from home, you'd be right in the thick of it, wouldn't you?
No danger about that. Away from home's been very disappointing. The games that we've lost, we should have got something, and then the games that we drew, you know, we could have turned into something as well, but that's been the disappointing part. Away form's been dreadful.
And what about the teams, Sam, that you've come up against? You've seen them all now. Who do you reckon in the division?
I think I said to you, Jim, at the beginning of the season, I think Peterborough and Notts County, because where they come from and the money they've spent, are going to be there, and so far that's the way it's proved. I think everyone's for running for third place.
Notts County
will go up.
Notts County with Big Sam Allardyce. He must have kicked you a few times.
Oh, he's done that a few times, yeah. And we had a cracking game with them down there early in the season at Notts County. We drew 1-1, but you could see that they were a good, strong side, and they were going to be a team that could stay the course. And the same with Peterborough.
Now, a lot of people would give you points for style, Sam, but I don't think maybe you picked up the points that your players warranted.
No, you don't get points for style, Jim. You get points for scoring goals, and really, that's been our problem. Everyone's worked tremendously hard, don't get me wrong, but we're not scoring goals, and you know, we're working on that at the minute, but as I say, it takes money, and money we haven't got.
How are the players getting used to being able to put professional footballer on the passports?
Well, they love it. I mean, it took a little bit of time at first, obviously, coming from their job to work day to day, but now, as I say, halfway there, they're getting into it, and there's no problems in that score.
And what about Sammy McIlroy? What's it like for you to know that you're now the manager of a league club?
Well, that's what I've always wanted to be, Jim, and I'm enjoying it. It's, you know, you get your frustrating times, you get your good times, and that's all part of being a manager, and so far I'm enjoying it.
Now, I know you, Sam, we've talked over the years for the past 10 years, and I know that having established Macclesfield in the league, your next thought will be turning them into a force in the league. Have you already got plans afoot to make a bit of progress in that direction?
Well, what I said before, we need money, Jim. And I don't need a lot of money, but we just need to compete with clubs for certain things and certain players. If I could get that, I mean, I'm sure Mac could go and maybe push for a second division. I'm not saying this season because obviously we've just come in. But, you know, maybe next or maybe a couple of years, if we got the funds, I'm sure we could push for a second division.
Any chance of the funds arriving?
Not that I know of. And when you think you're in a nice area like Alderley Edge, it's just down the road, Wimsell's just down the road, supposed to be the most drinking champion people in the land, and we can't get a few bob off them.
Now, Sammy, whenever a job becomes vacant in the football market, one of the names tossed in the ring is invariably your own, and you've now been linked with the job of Northern Ireland. Is there any truth in that?
I haven't heard anything from Northern Ireland, Jim, but every time you pick up a paper or you turn on the television, it's another manager. The latest one I hear is Terry Venables. Well, Terry Venables is linked with everyone from Nigeria now to Northern Ireland, so Ron Atkinson, Joe Royal, people like this, Bruce Rioch. I don't think I've heard an Irishman mentioned yet. But having said that, I mean, until anything does happen, I'll just get on with the job, really.
But what about missing the day-to-day involvement with players? Because that's the great appeal of club football, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, I've enjoyed it. But until you do get a call from Ireland and say exactly what they want you to do, you can't really quote on anything. But the day-to-day involvement is the thing that I'm really enjoying at the minute.
Right, just to finish, Sam, we are halfway through the season. What would you like to see happen between now and May? What would bring a smile to your face?
Well, us to win an away game for a start.
No, I mean realistic stuff, Sam.
Yeah. And obviously, to push for a playoff place would be very good, Jim. You know, a lot of people said before the season kicked off, oh, halfway would be nice, consolidation and things like that. I want more than that. After what I've seen halfway through the season, we could push for a top 6, top 7 place, no danger.
This is Edgeley Park, home of Stockport County. I'm here to talk to one of the shining talents of the Nationwide League, Alun Armstrong. Are you surprised that you've done as well as you have in Division 1?
No, not really, because last season we played very well. We had a lot of games. We've seen in the cup run that we can play football, and I think once we got into the first division, I think we knew that we could do well, but it was just getting there, and we eventually done that.
And being a Geordie, what was it like leaving Newcastle?
Oh, it was a big wrench leaving Newcastle. I didn't want to leave, but I had to for my career. That was it.
But were you a Newcastle fan as a kid?
Yeah, I'm still a Newcastle fan, so it's a bit annoying seeing them where they are at the minute, but I'm sure they'll pick up.
So it must have been a big wrench then when you play for the club that you've loved from a kid. Was it something you had to soul search about?
Yeah, like it took us a while to think about it, because like there was a contract there waiting for us to sign. But at the end of the day, I had a young family and I just had to move and see where my career would go from here.
And how have you settled in Greater Manchester?
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. Like, I've been here 4 years now, and my wife's down. I've got 2 children, and she's settled. But just see what happens.
But you do get mentioned quite a lot with a possible move back to the Premiership. You're still ambitious?
Yeah, I'm very ambitious. I want to get up there as soon as possible, but at the minute I'm playing for Stockport and just see what happens from there.
But would you, sometime before your career finishes, would you still like the idea of running out at St James's in that black and white shirt?
Yeah, I'd love to play for Newcastle, because I never got the chance to play for them in the first team. But I'd definitely love to be up there and play, even in the cup for Stockport maybe.
When you were a kid, who were your heroes?
Well, there was Keegan and Waddle, Gascoigne, all them.
Are they not playing anymore, that lot? What about the fact that you're right in the middle of a real football hotbed and you look down the road at people like the Neville brothers and David Beckham at Old Trafford? Do you ever wish you got a contract for Brill Cream?
Yeah, you do, but that's the real life, isn't it? Like, obviously quality players in, like Stockport's in the shadows, all the Manchester clubs, but I'm quite happy where I am at the minute.
But you're doing your best to get out of that shadow, aren't you? I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, I think beating Man City got a little bit out of the shadow, but we're creeping back into it because we're not getting as high as what people are expecting at the minute. But as we say, we'll be happy to not get relegated. That's what started off the season with, but everyone's expectations went up from then.
a Jack Walker, I think that we probably have slightly more potential for more support than Blackburn Rovers.
I want to win something with Stoke. That's been my goal since I've been here.
I'll be alright halfway through the season, but then it's too late, isn't it? We're bottom of the table.
Hi, welcome back to the Fox and Hounds. I'm still with Preston North End and Blackburn fans. And you guys, you actually played each other this season, and I believe Preston beat Blackburn.
Well, we've played each other twice this season in the Coca-Cola second round. Blackburn won one game, we won the other. So next we're looking for the third match, you know, as a decider, you know.
Yes, obviously.
But I enjoyed both matches, I did.
What was the score again? Can you remind me?
At Preston it was 1-0 to Preston, and at Ewood Park it was. It might be. Was it 6?
Something like that. Yeah.
You must not have brought your bead counter with you.
Did you go to the game?
I went to the Preston match.
Yeah.
I was on holiday at the Rovers match.
Well, good Lord, you mean you take a holiday when Rovers are playing?
Well, it was a bit of a miscalculation.
We're overweight, didn't we? You know, we're already overweight when it comes to Ewood, so it doesn't matter.
No, but how long has it been since you two had played each other before that?
Actually, we had him in a friendly, didn't we, year before, was it?
Yeah.
A Deepdale. It's quite a good one. It's a good turnout.
Beginning of the season, yeah.
When was the last time you played us in a league match?
Well, I had her then.
Were you born then?
It's not that long.
I had her then. That's a long time
He
ago.
certainly were.
Early 80s.
I remember beating you
79, 80.
in the 60s. I remember beating you 3-0 at Deepdale one night. There was about 30,000 there, and the fans used to stand next to each other. You know, do you remember that? They used to Blackburn and Preston fans stood next to each other.
Yeah, that must have been when Ali Kendall was playing, wasn't it? I think it was 2-0.
I was there. I remember Ernie Hannigan scored for Preston.
I remember going to Preston and Blackburn beat Preston 5-2 on a foggy Saturday afternoon. You couldn't see one end and another. We still scored 5 goals.
The only reason, but you have some quite strong opinions on Preston's ability and potential, don't you?
I mean, these aren't. I mean, I like Blackburn Rovers as a club. These aren't some kind of like local rivalry. Let's have a go at Blackburn Rovers. I was born in Preston. I went to school in Blackburn, so I know both towns. And I just think that geographically, Preston, if we had a Jack Walker, I think that we probably have slightly more potential for more support than Blackburn Rovers. In that Blackburn is isolated a little bit in East Lancashire, whereas we can pull more from the Foul Coast and up to. And the Rovers fan here agrees, you know.
And also, because you're bang in the middle of Bolton, Preston.
We're still
If he wasn't in the centre.
Burnley, you're right in the middle, aren't you?
I mean, if you go to Burnley, there's nothing between Burnley and Halifax.
Yes.
So they've got a huge area to draw from.
Yeah, they have a draw on.
Whereas we are surrounded by Bolton, Preston. You know,
With a population of 120,000,
There's a natural triangle in the
to get
northwest,
20,000
and it's Liverpool, Manchester, and Preston. You know, that is a natural triangle connected by motorways. You know, so.
But the start right today is that it's all if, and the hard facts of life are you're where you are and where we are.
And I can tell you that we will not be where you are. It will take us a long time because we haven't got a Jack Walker.
Yeah. I mean, is there potentially anyone?
You had your chance. You had Tom Finney.
In the season Tom Finney retired, we went down.
The 60s he's won and never come back up since. I mean, you've struggled down between the.
Well, you know, I mean, in the 60s we were in the present Division 1 doing well, you know. So Preston beat Tottenham 2-1. Jimmy Greaves, Gills Heen, draw with Man United 1-0. I've seen Best and Charlton play at Preston. We've had 64 cup final against West Ham. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. We've got some good managers.
You've still got to build that team, though, haven't you? You've still got to build that team on whatever you've got. You know, I mean, Hodgson hasn't spent money this season, and he's built a team that's took us right back up where we should have been. You know, that's what I think.
Yeah, we're going to have to do a Bolton Wanderers. We're going to have to do it slowly and with good managers. And you know, in my lifetime though, at Preston now we do have the infrastructure and the club structure where it looks much more on an even keel.
At least there's a long-term plan in there anyway, which is we haven't had for a long time.
Rather than short-term glory and then lose it all and back down again.
The best example.
Yeah. What do you guys think? I mean, you know, Roy Hodgson is English, but he has spent most of his coaching years in Europe, and there seems to be the general trend now is towards bringing in coaches, stroke managers with European
Well, it certainly seems to be working in Roy Hodgson's case, but he's English. But I'm not so sure about Mr. Gross
down at Spurs
and Mr. Wenger. I mean, sorry.
Yes, I mean he's received an awful lot of hype, and I mean it's known at United that Brian Kidd spends an awful lot of time travelling around the world, talking to Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus, Inter Milan about their coaching methods, and it would appear Blackburn, your team are a lot fitter this season. United's strength seems to be that they can go on to the end of the season. They can play a full 90 minutes for 38 games, or was it 55, 60 games a season? That's possibly what's won us trophies, and that seems to be the way forward now, doesn't it?
I think a lot of it has got to do with the man who's running the show, and if you've got respect for the man who's running the show, and he can actually help you to do your job, then you'll do that job for him.
Because I mean, did Roy Hodgson bring in a lot of staff with him when he came to England?
No.
He's brought in an Italian fitness coach, and he's kept the same
existing backroom
staff. Yeah.
So there is a sense of continuity there. As you're trying to build at Preston, aren't you? You're trying to keep the sense of continuity, although you've got rid of your manager. David Moyes was an assistant manager.
Yeah, and then Gary Peters just stayed on for a while, so they could use the experience that they got with 5 years he was there. It makes sense. Really.
Yeah, a sense of continuity is probably what's important. I think at United they're trying to, keep that.
Blackburn tried it, didn't they? After Kenny Dalglish did whatever he did. And then Ray Hartford said he didn't want the job.
That was a big mess, all of that, wasn't it? It was a
dreadful mess. He didn't want the job, but he would take it. So to me, he should have gone when Dalglish went. They both should have gone together, and they come as a double act. They should have gone as a double act.
Because he wasn't a good front man, Ray Hartford, was he? For you, he didn't have what it took to.
I met him once at a sports forum down at the football ground, and he come across as a genuine bloke, but he weren't. At the end of the day, when I left that meeting, he didn't come across to me as he was the right bloke for the job.
Well, it seems to me that you have got the right man for the job in place at the moment, and you guys have yet to find out. And on that happy note, we're going to wrap this one up, but we'll see you all soon.
I'm here at the Britannia Stadium to meet one of three famous footballing brothers, Ray Wallace. So Ray, tell me about your time at Stoke. Are you still enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm loving it. I've been here for 4 years now, and I've got another year left on my contract, and I'm enjoying it immensely. The lads, we've got a good bunch of lads, and I've been here, as I said, for 4 years. I've come on at 3, and I think it's been my best time in my career. So I look forward to another year after this one.
But you started at Southampton, and I have to say, Stoke and Southampton, they're not exactly one and the same thing, are they?
No, not really. I mean, like, Southampton was a different kettle of fish to Stoke altogether. It was a nice small town. I enjoyed my time down there. I had my brothers down there, Rodney and Danny, so it made that a bit easier. But I've come to Stoke now, and I'm playing my own field.
What was it like? Because you and your kid, your Rod, you were always lumped together as though you were joined at the hip. Did that ever get on your nerves?
It did. In the early days, when we moved up to Leeds from Southampton, and it was like, especially like Rodney brought me up there because we were twins and all that. I don't think that was a fact. It was like Howard Wilkinson brought me as a cover from Mel's. I can't remember his name.
Sterling.
Mel Sterling, that's the man, and as cover for him. So it wasn't like I was joint with Rodney. We both went our separate ways. In the end, Rodney still leads, and I'm at Stoke now.
But they always say there's a bit of telepathy between twins. When you were playing, is that true?
No, I wouldn't have thought so. I think like me and Rodney had a good understanding on the field because because we did grow up together and we knew how each other played. But I don't think we knew it was nothing like that at all. So we just got on with the game and played the way we did.
Tell me a little bit about your time at Leeds. What was that like?
was enjoyable. I mean, like a lot of people have said to me, like, you know, I didn't play a lot of games, but would I change anything about going up there? And, there's nothing I'd change about going up there. I enjoyed the 3 years I was up there with Harold Wilkinson. You know, I wish I did play some more games, but the manager had his own players he wanted to put in, and I played 3 or 4, and I enjoyed them, and I enjoyed the 3 years I was up there.
Very fervent football town though, Ray, isn't it?
Very. I mean, like the fans are brilliant. They've always has been, and you know, they're very passionate about what they do, and that will never change. I mean, like they've got a good side up there at the moment, and as I've been told by Rodney, that you know, the fans are getting behind them all the time, and they'll probably go on and win something this year.
And a brief word about the future. You're still ambitious?
Oh, very much so. I want to win something with Stoke. That's been my goal since I've been here. We've had a few chances and we've let ourselves down, but I think, you know, in the next couple of years we're going to get a good side here under the new manager, and we're going to be pushing on for promotion and hopefully for one of the cups.
What's going wrong? Obviously they're all piss heads and we can't keep going for 90 minutes at least.
Had a couple of chances, haven't
bastards. What's going wrong here? 2-0 up, you got fucking quiet!
Come on, eh?
Come on, Michael.
Get your heads up, eh?
Get it.
Keep it going.
Come on, son.
Would you blame yourself for that one, maybe off your line?
No. You got to cut the angle down. No good me standing there if he's going to shoot on the floor. Never going to get to it.
He's in!
My ankle's gone. I couldn't even kick the ball without it. So all through the game now, he was under bombardment non-stop.
What went wrong though? Is it just them fitter than you or what?
Yeah, the base coming into the tail now.
Get in! I'll play down.
Me and Kevin Francis up front, Stockport, let him know.
It's okay, it feels alright. Feels alright, with this splint they put on, it's fine.
It's more your lungs, I think, were the problem, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've not done a tap all year. This is the first thing I've done.
I'm not being rude, but I think it showed.
Yeah. I'll be alright halfway through the season, but then it's too late, isn't it? We're bottom of the table.
£26.
Got it.
Every club in every league needs a Billy. Secretary, organiser, fixer. His main duty, though, is looking after club funds, collecting subs, and more importantly, paying fines to the league when players are booked or sent off. That's the bit that really annoys him.
Some of them just want to go out and kick him. They forget that some people have got to go to work the next day. Someone's got a mortgage to pay for, and one of our players goes through and breaks his legs. He's knackered. You know, he could end up out of home, out of a job and anything. You know, and it's just silly. All they want to do at the end of the day is go out and play football.
But shouldn't you be saying, come on lads, take it easy?
Well, I've told them. I'm sick of telling them. You know, you can only tell them so many times.
The secretary is such a key figure in the team's makeup, and while English football once boasted the Charltons, Salford Snooker can turn to the Pratts. Billy and brother Gary have been there from the start. And though he doesn't play anymore, Billy's versatility is famous, from kitman to bagman to flagman.
I was in charge once, and that's why I passed the book on to Boise, because I was picking the team as well last season, and it is just too much. You've got players, why am I not playing this week? I thought I had a good game last week, you know, and you pick your best players.
I got voted in off the lads, well, I want here, so I'll say, you know, I'll take it on. You know, I wasn't here when they said, like, Billy was up to here with doing everything. Taking the money, the subs, paying the fines, all that admin, everything. He was doing everything. And he said, yeah, well, I want here, like I say, and they turned up and said, right, we'll have boys, he can do it.
How do you think you'll go this season?
Should do all right. Should do all right. As long as everyone, well, they'll all have a crack with it, you see, they'll all have a good laugh, so But it's 4 go up, isn't it, this time?
4 go up, we think, depends who drops out, like I say, so we should do, we'll be disappointed with what we've got. If we can't go up, we're going to shower the ship, really.
Well, the biggest transfer of the season so far came just before Christmas, when the Salford Snooker Club upped sticks en masse and moved 200 yards across this very car park to here, the Railway Inn. A change of owner over there necessitated a change of venue to here. But the lads say they're very happy because the beer's cheaper, better, and they serve it for longer. Why did you move here?
There was no atmosphere in there in the snooker hall, so, and the lads stopped going back in, so it lost a lot of its crack. So he decided to get in here. She's all right, the landlady here, so we have a good crack in it.
Yeah, and you're going to change your name?
No, but next year, for a wind-up, they're going to call it Railway Madrid. For a wind-up.
Don't look, Ash. Number 9. Number 2, son. Go on, Ash. Number 3. Number 2, you beauty. Go on, number 3. Come on, Ash. Come on, Ash. Come on, Ash. Come on. He's lost his hand. Just get one. Come on. Come on, Ash. Number 12. Get
that money over I've lost, well, through my own fault in a way, I've lost a lot of players since you were last down. Must have gone through 20 players now. Why? You can't pick them all, can you? You can't pick. So I wish it was Flexer. I wish it was Flexer where you can just bring people on. So everyone would stay, but they don't. If you can't pick them, they just call it a day.
So how big's the squad now?
Oh, we're down to about 14 now. And the one that doesn't get picked is well pissed off.
What do you make of them when they come in all muddy though?
I don't mind, it all cleans up at the end of the day, doesn't it?
Where do they get cleaned?
In the cellar.
Downstairs? What else is in the cellar?
All my booze.
Magic, she's here in the morning, has the kettle on and has a good laugh. Hoses us down after the match sometimes.
Keep battling there, Foppy. Keep battling, son. Come on. Go, Lisa. You're rushing to get the ball on this shit. Come on, calm it down a bit. Right. Keep that back there.
We'll be back down the boozer next week for more talk about football. So it's your round.